All right, what's going on, guys? This is Willie, the HVAC GOAT with the HVAC is Life podcast. Now we got a special guest in the building, man. I got my special brother, my special brother. He one of my special guys. My special brother, Brandon Mays with B Mays Heating and Air Conditioning out of Metro Atlanta. How you doing, my brother?
Doing well, brother. How about yourself?
I'm good. I'm good, man. I'm good, man. It's starting to get hot. What's the weather like that down there?
Well, we still kind of in between.
Still
We
in
got
between?
very warm afternoons, but then cool mornings. Maintenance season,
Yeah. So how's everything going with you, man?
and all is well, man. I couldn't be more thankful.
Yeah.
Just happy to be working every day. We're in that shoulder season, so you're trying to get the guys rolling, get yourself rolling, all that good stuff.
Yeah. So what do you have planned as far as like getting into the spring seasons in 2026? What's the game plan for you, and the team?
Man, I'm actually focusing more on the clients that I already have. All of the clients that
Yeah.
I've been having over the years, man, I'm just doing a real deep dive. Anybody who spent money with me, we're going back, contacting, email, text message. We're putting all the focus on everyone who already know about us.
Yeah.
And then, we'll trickle new clients in from referrals that way, which is the original way I built my business.
So what, like you got a maintenance plan?
Yeah, I have a plan.
So you've been working trying to get more heavy into keeping that in rotation.
Exactly. Having monthly revenue or recurring revenue is very important, man, especially in these shoulder seasons, because this is what carries you.
Yeah.
Everybody makes money in the summer, and everybody can make money when you have real frigid temperatures. No,
Yeah.
everybody same at that point. But when you're making money in the slow periods, when you have recurring revenue coming in, you can put that to marketing, training, these things to build you up for the next season.
Okay. Just tell me something about yourself, man. So I know you from Facebook, we don't write into each other, but we're going to dig deep into it, man. So tell me something about yourself. I mean, how long you been doing HVAC?
Well, I actually started reading HVAC books back in 2009. My first time actually touching an HVAC system was 2013. And then from there, I started learning from installation, maintenance, service, sales. And then I was like, hey, if I want to be management, I'd rather manage my own self. So went off left, got my license and started building my own company.
So like you went to school you went to a trade school?
But yeah, well, actually, I first started as with Penn Foster, which is a home study course. Now, the
Yeah.
reason I started with Penn Foster is because I actually picked up reading, heating, and air conditioning while I was serving a prison term for
Yeah.
7 years. So I was actually serving a 7-year prison term from age 19
So
to
it
20.
was one of the programs while you was in there.
Actually, no.
Oh, okay. Because
This is I had to pay for out of
why I
pocket.
asked, because the last guy that no, it was the guy before that, how he got into it. He took some little class while he was in there. Then when he
Yeah,
got
well, I
out,
was same thing, but the difference is I had to pay for that myself.
yeah.
Luckily, I had family to help me.
Yeah. So you got out, started picking up the book in HVAC, and then when you finally what you got your EPA certification.
All right. So because of my background, it was very hard for me to find employment.
Yeah.
Or, I faced a lot of nepotism.
A lot of no's. Yeah. That's same for me.
Yeah, a lot of people
Yeah.
passed over. And I kind of I understood it because of my background, being a young
Yeah.
black male, having a felony, not having no experience. I definitely got it. But I set all that aside to say I was willing to do anything. So my thing was to show up to work every day to do whatever, no matter what.
So what was your first landing job? Like I like to ask people that, like
Yeah.
what was your very first time? Like it's serious now. Like you got the uniform and it's serious. Like
My very first job was a job not too far from where I live at now, actually.
okay,
I was an actual installer, my very first job.
okay,
Got out there, had my tool bag, fresh out of tech school, didn't know what
yeah,
the hell I was doing because they don't teach that in tech. They do not teach that. But look, I had a guy, Reggie, who's still up here today, a really good friend of mine. What happened is we just started learning. He would teach me what he know, then somebody would teach him, and then he would pass it on to me,
yeah,
so on, so just like that.
yeah. How long was you with that company?
Dude, I was with that company for now. Here's where the nepotism comes in.
Mm,
I was with that company for 8 weeks,
8 weeks.
and yeah, during the summer.
Yeah,
And what happened was I got hired in April. No, I'm sorry. Yeah, I got hired in April, and then I got let go right around early June. And when they let me go, the reason why they let me go, they said I didn't have enough experience and the work was slow. Well,
Yeah.
what happened is the owner hired one of his best friend's sons to take my position, and it didn't
Mm,
work out. 2 weeks later, they called me to come back, and I was like, "Man, the hell with y'all. I see
yeah.
how, you know." And then I knew this because all the other techs, they like my work ethic.
Yeah.
So they were mad that I got fired, and this guy who was a piece of crap, got on the job and making everybody job harder.
Hey, that's all right.
When I seen that, I was like, "Yeah, I gotta show what I know."
Yeah. So then what, you went to another one?
Yeah, I went to another company, and that's when I actually started learning installation and maintenance. And then from there, I built up my tech skills, and then I transferred to another company after about a year and a half, started learning service. And how I really built my service tech skills, this is for all of the new guys. Nobody likes on call. None of your senior techs like it. They want to go home. If you can switch over to, if you want to get more service calls where you're actually fixing systems, try to swap out and take someone's on call. Almost every on call that comes in is usually a service call that you can learn from and
Yeah.
usually have support. So that's where I picked up a lot of my skills too.
So you was on call?
A lot. I would trade out on call with a lot of guys who didn't want it, and
Yeah.
that would give me, because that was getting picked over.
Yeah.
So nobody wanted on call, but so I didn't mind going out at night. That was my bread and butter for me to learn how to get service call.
So during that time you was doing the on call ones, you was a service tech and installer, or you were just certified just service tech?
I was a maintenance/service tech. They put the maintenance techs on call too, so you
Oh,
can
okay. Oh, to
earn.
get some yeah.
So you can get some experience, exactly. But what I would do is, because nobody wanted it, I would take it, and that way, yeah, every weekend I was working.
Yeah,
And
grinding.
after
Yeah.
work, I would build up my skills and my experience with getting all the on call that nobody else wanted.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. So was that the last company you worked for, or you went to another one?
No, after that, I went to another company. That was in 2017. In that company, I learned how to be a sales technician,
Yeah.
where I was being a technician, and I can also flip it over and be a sales guy, and I would get 6% commission.
Okay.
Did that for 2 years,
Did
and
they have any salesmen, or the technicians were the salesmen for
no,
that
they
company?
had salesmen, but they allowed
Okay.
guys who knew what they were doing.
At this time, how many what would you say, how many years experience would you have under your belt at this time for this company?
This was about 5 years in.
You're 5 years in, okay. Yeah, so you
This was
rolling, you
5
roll
years
so
in,
you
I
so you
started.
you rolling. You know,
Yeah,
your confidence, you know what I'm saying, your swagger, you had to
yeah,
yeah, had that mojo.
yeah,
So the
exactly,
guys are learning about that mojo, man. Once you get that mojo, they can't take it from you, man, for real.
sir. Once you know it, that's it. That's
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
You build the
yeah,
ladder.
yeah. Okay. So how long was you with them before was that the last company before you decided to say
Yeah, that was so what I did for 5 years, I would work for the bigger companies from 9 to 5.
yeah,
And then what I would do nights and weekends, I would work for myself 5 to
mm,
9.
yeah,
And everywhere I went to gas station, grocery stores, at my kids' school, hospitals, everywhere I passed out a card.
yeah.
When I would pass out a card, one person would call me, and of course, one client turned to two, two turned to four turned to over almost 1,000 clients now that I see on a yearly basis.
So did it basically it got to the point where you had no choice but to when you start building up and it grew faster than you expected.
Yeah, well, it didn't grow faster than expected. It's just I decided to stop burning the candle from both ends.
Yeah.
I took a leap of faith, and my wife was on board. And she said, "Baby, you got it. I've seen what you built so far. I believe and trust in you." And so for me, that was all I needed to know. I had her support. And so I just took off.
So during that time, was you getting your license before you left or after you left?
And to be honest, I got my license after I left. And I had a
Okay.
mentor who was mentoring me, who was actually allowing me to work with him
Yeah.
under license. But then I knew he was training me at the same time to get my license. So he was one of the people who actually signed off for my state license.
Yeah.
So yeah, so I actually got my own license, and since then, that's when I built my own logo and started putting my company on
So
Google.
what
And
what what year would you say be the opening for your business?
2023.
2023.
That was I got licensed and I could actually advertise my business.
So 2023. So what are you about, what, 3 years in now?
Yeah, 3 years in. That was also when I was able to start offering financing too.
And that changed the game for you.
Yes, because when you're able to finance repairs, you're able to finance replacements, that
Yeah.
changes the game for the clients that you're talking to. So you have got to have a mature business to be able to offer finance. And usually they look for 2 to 3 years of being in business in order for you to offer, especially like some exclusive rates.
So during that time, your first year, how did that feel?
It was
Your
eight.
first waking up, that first, like I would probably say that first 90 days of like
Man,
you waking up and it's just you and that phone.
man, listen, that first 90 days, bro, I almost wanted to go back so bad. But and I'm not even gonna say first 90 days, the first 12 months, first
Yeah,
15 months was
yeah,
scary as hell. Because you never know what all was required until you do it.
yeah,
You can say you got it planned and things like that, but that it never goes the way you say you have it.
yeah, yeah. You
So
gotta
that's why you
pivot.
have budget and things like that. But it doesn't even work to the budget all the time.
Yeah,
My first 15 months was hard because I thought I had enough clients to stay consistent all the time, and I had a
yeah,
job to pick that up. But when I didn't have the job to cover all of that income and it was strictly on me, and then because I do such great work, clients didn't need me every year or
yeah,
all.
yeah. Knock them out. Yeah.
And then at that point, I didn't also know how to build maintenance clients at this time. So
So
at,
you would just fix it and that'd be it.
that was
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
And so then I've kind of learned over the years, I started getting business training, sales training, and that has helped me to where I'm starting to structure my business to where it's able to scale and it's able to sell.
yeah, yeah. And during this time, what was your like kind of like thought? So your first year, did you hire anybody or was just you at the time?
I use a lot of I tried to hire a lot of guys.
Yeah,
It just didn't work out a lot of times. Some
yeah,
guys wasn't dedicated, wouldn't do the work, wouldn't show up, things like that.
yeah,
And
yeah,
I hold a very high standard.
yeah,
I don't mind coaching you to the standard, but if you don't want to show up to do the work, it's only so much I can do.
yeah. That ain't gonna work. Yeah,
Yeah, so now when I first started, it was me and just hiring a lot of different guys, a lot of guys from the job that we would meet up and pay them a fee and they would help me, things like that. But now I actually have a couple vet techs and a couple guys that I hire out of tech school.
okay, yeah, that's awesome, man. So, got some text now as far as like, what do you, what are your goals for this year as far as growth or just your business or just in general for 2026 as far as the business?
Structure, structure, structure. We're really diving in onto maintenance contracts. Having that is really big for that shoulder season and have recurring revenue for payroll. Structuring your business that way is the way that all of the bigger companies do it. And there's a reason why they do it. And it's like I said, that recurring revenue as being an HVAC, we have those ebbs and flows.
Yeah,
From April to pretty much September, we're all making money.
yeah,
After that, we don't see anything until it gets frigid. So that's why maintenance plans are important. Then if anything happens, usually when someone calls someone, they able to call a family member that, hey, I know Brandon or hey, I know Willie.
and when you first started HVAC, like getting into your business, was family and friends? Did you service them, or you just kept them out the business?
At first, everybody was kind of standoffish. They didn't know I knew what I was doing.
Because when you first,
Yeah. Yeah,
sometimes they
they're like,
don't,
"You're gonna
sometimes they
come
don't
mess
believe.
my
They don't.
stuff
They're
up."
like, oh, I don't know now.
Yeah, yeah. Got the
I
stiff
don't
on.
know now.
I got the
And
stiff
then
on.
you get to start. Usually, it happened for me when like what I'm saying, they knew I did HVAC and stuff like that,
Uh,
but they ain't know I was like could be able to handle them. So
got to.
once I started getting reviews from other people and stuff, they're like, oh, okay, all right,
Yeah.
yeah,
Well, you
yeah,
said something big right there with the reviews, man.
yeah,
I structured and pattern my business after reviews. And let me tell you why that is so very important. Before I make any major purchase, if I'm going to spend, $1,000 or more, I am going to check the company, check the Google reviews, check the latest reviews, and see what that company is doing, and then I'm gonna check the product.
Yeah.
Once I check those things, if I feel comfortable enough and it's something I already need or something I'm going to buy. Once I verify those things, it's a done deal. It's a purchase. So that's why I built my company to where you see those reviews, you see the brand, you see the recognition. When it's time to spend that money, they already have all the paperwork and all the branding for them to see.
Okay, that's what's up, man. And then what inspire you to, you know what I'm saying, the stuff that you're doing now? Like what like is it money, is it family, or just having that freedom to just like all your stuff back there? What's the story behind it?
Um,
What's your story? I would say what's your story? What's your story? You know, everybody got a story now about their self and what drive them and what you know,
Gotcha.
what's if somebody had to look up your company name and they see the owner, see you, because you on there, you know, it says smile and cheesy. What would tell about your story? You know what I'm saying? Like what
Man,
was you if we had a book of you, what will be in that book? You know what I'm saying? Like your story.
I got you.
Yeah,
Basically, man, I come from not having a lot of trauma in my childhood.
yeah,
And growing up, my father sold dope, my older brother sold dope, and I grew up in those kind of environments.
yeah,
So I didn't see nothing wrong with those kind of things. And I even served time in prison myself from 19 to 26.
yeah,
And while I was in prison, man, God awakened me, bro.
yeah,
And he told me and showed me this vision that I was going to be a heating and air guy. Told me I was going to have a service business. Told me I was going to have a wife with 3 kids. And it was like some kind of divine intervention.
yeah,
And I actually 100% believe him because I've never had that feeling and I never saw myself in that light, but I saw it. So I
yeah.
believed it. And
So
because,
while you was in there, excuse me for
you're
interrupting
fine.
you, like what was the how did you got introduced to it? Like did you have a
All right.
that's the question. How you got introduced to it? Because you
All
ain't
right.
mention how you got introduced to it.
What's funny is I was reading books and I was reading, just regular, just novels and stuff like that. And one of my buddies that slept in the dorm next to me passed me a book was about Dungeons and Dragons. And I would call home on Sundays and my family would be like, well, you're reading all these books. Why don't you read something that you can use to apply yourself?
Yeah,
And that's when heating it, I sat back and that had my divine intervention. Maybe 2 weeks later, that's when I called my family. It's like, I need heating and air conditioning books. And so that's when they started investing into, and we had to get a lot of like pull to get this happening, to get
yeah,
those books to come
yeah.
through the prison. So they were able to pay, do some extra
What so
shit.
what so what was you knowing about HVAC before you got locked up?
Knew absolutely.
So what like brought up like just HVAC? You was thinking about something that you could fix or
Well, I wanted to do something that was one, because I come from a drug dealer background, I wanted something that made money.
yeah,
That was number one. Number two is I wanted something that was challenging, something that can keep me engaged, something that always change. With
yeah,
heating and air conditioning, you have so much continuing education. Something that I could build for myself that I could be proud of because I wasn't proud of the reputation that I left when I was younger. So
yeah.
now this is my second chance at a first impression. And because of that, I wanted to leave the best possible impression with all of the knowledge from all of the trauma and wrongs that I've done when I was young. And this has fed me, man, and I
Well,
love it.
I'm glad you chose that because you could have said, I want to be a plumber. It could have been
Yeah.
B Mays Plumbing, you know what I'm saying? B Mays Electrical, you know what I'm saying? B Mays General Contractor, but you picked HVAC. So
Well,
I'm glad.
this is just the start. It's more
Yeah,
places that I do want to go. It's now that I
yeah,
got my life on track of my structure and things like that, and I have my license and my company's in good standing. Now I'm ready to build more things and add more things to my company.
yeah. Nothing wrong with that. Add something under your belt. Keep you
Yeah.
busy.
Won't hurt.
Yeah, cause shit, a lot of guys like where we at in order when we pull permits, in order to pull the permit, you gotta pull electrical. So that's one of my next steps to get the electrical. So I do what the other guy did. I had another guy, he was on my second episode. What he did was team up with the electrical company.
Hmm.
And when he did his job, he brought him into the job, make sure he was straight. At the same time, he was working up under his license so he can go take the test
Gotcha.
and they end up working out, even though they split. But even though it worked out, he ended up walking away with the license. So now
God,
he could do it on his own instead of hiring an electrician.
only thing that the difference down here in Georgia, the only thing I cannot do, like if it's dealing with my circuit, I can run it. I can run a circuit from the panel all the way to the appliance, but I cannot change the whole panel.
Yeah,
I can play in the panel, but I cannot change the panel. So we're able to do any kind of electrical upgrades as long as it's within code and within variance.
yeah. That's kind of crazy on different states.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
Georgia's strict on getting your license. Very
yeah. So what year was that when you had got the license? What you said 2023, right?
it was 20 yes, it was 2023.
How was that feeling?
Man, it was the best feeling. I felt like like the biggest accomplishment ever. And the crazy thing I say, my wife with her faith and everything, man, she already had a cake, balloons, and
Yeah.
everything. Like
Did
I'm
you
on
did you did you pass it your first time or second
first
time?
time. My
First
first
time?
time. Yeah.
Bravo, my man. We'll say bravo.
It was
Actually, the first
tricky.
actually the first guy I did, he say I think he took it when he was like, cause he seemed like he wanted a book smart type guy. So he said he passed it while he was working on the job. Like, I think he was only a year in
Yeah.
HVAC and just took it and passed it, but he was still working for a company and stuff like that. Cool dude. He
It's
actually
true.
in the group chat with us.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah,
The
Joe.
man is knowing how to take a test.
Yeah,
It was open book, so it's a lot of tabbing and underlining. So there is a strategy to it.
yeah.
So yeah, it was hard, but man, I'm thankful and grateful. It definitely changed my life.
Official, yeah, official. That's why I
Definitely
stress that to
rooms.
yeah, I definitely stress that, especially with people that look like our skin color, man. Make sure you just do it right, man. You know what I'm saying? Do it right. Do it right. That's all. They can't stop you once you do it right.
No, I mean, listen, being in the trades for any young minority is where you want to be from now in the next 10, 15 years.
Yes.
AI cannot take our industry away from us. It cannot take anything away from us outside of helping us do our job. And we're the ones to actually key and, cool the computers that AI use.
Yeah.
So, man, being tradesmen, all the young guys stick with it. Man, get your license. This will provide a life for you.
Yeah. I'm getting a lot of stories from some young guys that want to branch off. I had a few hit me in the DMs a couple of times, like 20, 23, 22, 24, getting it while they're young. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And
exactly.
they out here. I got another one. He DM me sometimes for help. You know, certain situations that I've been through, or you know, what I'm saying it's like a memory or something, a flashback. You see, like, oh, you doing, you know, what I'm saying like a guideline for them, like this is what not to do, what don't to do. You know, what I'm saying, especially when they come in, they green. And
Exactly.
everything, yeah, experience thing with certain clients in certain situations, yeah. So, and with you said the guy that helped you get the license, are you still in contact with him?
We actually talk every day. We were on the
Yeah,
phone earlier today. He's a mentor of mine.
yeah,
And we help other guys try to get their license as well. It's not like we're trying to even though we're gatekeepers, we're not trying to hold everybody out because
yeah,
we believe that there's enough for everybody if you want to work and earn it.
yeah. Yeah, okay, that's cool that y'all stay. Would you say that is important for, especially in the HVAC industry or any industry as well as a business owner? You would say all business owners should have a mentor?
Absolutely. Absolutely. And you should get coaching and you should get training because my business has changed ever since I started doing that.
Yeah,
I used to price based off how I felt about the job. Now I price the job according to what my business needs in order for me to stay in business. So knowing your direct labor percentage, knowing your KPIs, knowing that stuff to what it costs you, your overhead costs, what it costs you to be in business. So now that I've gotten those things, now that I can start pricing my work accordingly and
yeah.
grow my company.
So what would you say your strong point as I'll probably say overall as a boss, as a worker, what do you like more as far as the installs or service? Like what's your
My
specialty?
favorite thing to do is service.
Yeah.
I still love service. I love sales too, because we like the money.
Yeah.
I love service because I like to go in, find the problem. That's still the challenge to me. And then it's also like giving me the chance to be the superhero because
Yeah.
now, the system's down, they not heating and cooling. Now I get
Yeah.
to come in, boom, I get them up and going. They happy, they can sleep at night. So I still get a great
A
feeling
lot a
from it.
lot of people don't know how what that feeling is like. What is that feeling like?
Yeah,
What's
that's
that
still good, great feeling.
what kind of feeling is that where you just they stressed out or you just coming in and you relieve them and says, I look at his face, y'all. That's a good
Yes,
feeling,
sir.
ain't it? Yeah.
You the hero. You the hero. That you're saving them. So that's look at every call that I go to is like, I'm saving this person from a burning building. They call me for a reason they need. It's just like they called 911 for help. I'm that ambulance. I'm
Yeah.
coming to put them on life support and get them going. If I can keep them at the house and, give them
Well,
a good bill of health, they're good to go. And anybody will pay for that.
yeah, yeah. So what would you think a business that could be successful for to anybody that's like, you know what I'm saying, that's starting up? You think a business could grow, you know what I'm saying, grow if the owner holds itself accountable?
Well, absolutely.
Yeah,
I don't ask anybody to do anything that won't do still to this day. I still will install.
yeah,
I will do a maintenance. I still will get in the crawl space. I
yeah,
still attic in 130 degrees at 4 o'clock.
yeah,
So I lead by example. So, and if you want a great team, you better lead by example.
yeah. And how does it feel now? Because I said you still kind of fresh. So there's more room for growth
Absolutely.
within the next few years now. So like
Absolutely.
now you're at it's like people don't understand that there's levels to, you know what I'm saying, growing a business. So like you're at the level now, you have the working staff to do just about any job there is.
hmm
How is that responsibility now? Is it like
It can, like right now in the shoulder season, just trying to make sure that the guys stay working.
yeah,
That's a little tough part, but then once you're busy and
yeah,
everybody working,
yeah,
all the little pieces, this guy needs this guy needs that. They forgot this at the shop. They put the wrong this. They did
yeah.
this. Yeah.
That's
when
another
that
level, huh?
time, but yeah, when that time comes in the summertime, you're gonna wish it was the
Yeah.
up like it was in the
Cause,
slow.
cause, so, cause, like when I hear people talk, most say, "Oh, I'm ready to start my own business," and when they get it, when they really get it, what they wanted, they blessed for, and it comes, can they handle it? Cause it gets sometimes overbearing. You know what I'm saying? Cause
It,
you're
it,
doing it day in and day out. Once you get to a certain amount, now you got to maintain the amount or make more. So that means more work. It's
yes,
like say if it's December, New Year's strike, like all right, everything start back over. Let's do it again.
right, exactly.
Yeah,
And you got to always work. You're
yeah,
always working and your clients are your bosses. So you
yeah,
have to treat your client. They call, you need to return the call. You need to return that text message. Let them know, hey, reschedule. And treat their time very important. If you do that, man, build your clients. It is gonna get stressful at times, but they're gonna
yeah, yeah.
also be your backbone to keep you going.
So since you've been doing this, was he a mentor or what was it as far as like you were saying, as far as the clients, like dealing with clients, like what was
Gotcha.
your kind of like factors to how you treated your clients?
I've always wanted my clients to feel, first of all, comfortable when I
Yeah.
come to their home. That was the biggest thing. Customer service is the biggest.
Before you answer that, the previous companies you was with, what did you have like clients that was like, oh, I only want Brandon in my house?
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Absolutely. And when I was working for those companies, I was always thinking like, why these clients only want me? And these clients want me even though I work for this company.
yeah,
And the reason why they're calling the company and not calling me is because they have a reputation that they built and established already.
yeah,
So that's when I really started to build and establish my own clients after I got off work.
yeah.
And over time, we built up enough.
So you must have had a few clients, quite a few clients that was calling for you.
Exactly.
Yeah,
So that's what made me step away.
yeah.
It's like I had so many calls coming in the summertime. I was actually calling out of work to service my
Wow. Yeah,
clients.
yeah,
It got to that point to where I'm calling out almost 2 days a week.
yeah,
That's pretty bad. You're
yeah,
not supposed to employ you like that. But I've been building before I got there, and that was always my dream was to build my own company.
yeah,
Once I learned that sales experience, I felt that was the only thing else I needed. I said, I can get manager training. I can get business training. And that's exactly what I did.
Yeah, I think that's kinda crazy. I ain't even get the chance to get no training. Hey, once again, y'all better do it the way these guys doing it. Please don't
Yeah,
do
all that
please
stuff.
don't.
Sales training is important. It's more.
Yeah,
When I first got into this industry, no, I did not know that it would lead to this. I did not. I just
yeah.
wanted to fix parts, make some money.
Yeah, that's more it's
I
way more it's way
I
more than
want
that, man.
to. It's so many different.
I will
I can't even touch refrigeration.
yeah,
Dude, there's industrial, there's commercial, there's geothermal, man. There's so many different avenues that you can go. Aviation. There's so many things you can do with this.
yeah, yeah. I didn't know it even when I first started, I didn't know.
Yeah.
I didn't know it was all that. I wish I could go back to where I just fix some money and get some cash and haul tail, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now there's a responsibility, especially
Yes.
I think what grow a lot of guys is when you first start and say if you make mistake and then you go back there and fix it, you learn something at that fix. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
They build some type of curve that fix after fix to where it's like now you get to a certain level where you can knock those calls down and now you're seeing revenue. You know what I'm saying? Whether you build a revenue for a company or yourself. So
Exactly.
yeah.
You have to see a lot, man. The only way we learn as technique is you have to fail consistently enough to know how to be successful.
That's right, man.
You're gonna blow up some circuit boards. You're gonna hook up backwards.
What was the first thing you blew up?
The first thing I blew up was a circuit board
Mm,
on the inside. The second thing I blew up was a condenser fan motor hooking it
yeah,
up to the Herm
yeah,
on the outside. So I blew some things up before, and that's part of the job.
yeah,
That's part of the job. Once you blow it up and you gotta go run, get that part, you gotta come
yeah.
back and take picture. Remember, you'll start learning your lessons.
Yeah, but listen here, you rather do it on someone else dime. Don't do it on your dime, man, because it's gonna cost you.
That's
That's
what it
that's
all
that's
come in handy.
that's another feeling when it's on your dime, right?
Oh,
That's
yeah, it
another
costs a lot on your
that's
dime.
another feeling. Every mistake that's a money mistake you'll never forget.
Exactly, exactly.
So what have you been in Georgia this whole entire time since
Yeah,
you had got out? You been in Georgia?
yes. Since I've been released, yeah, I've been in Georgia the whole time, yeah. So I've
If
been building right in this area.
I probably start asking this if like you had a choice to be anywhere and you could just have the company like the way you want your company, would you stay in Georgia or would you be somewhere else?
I wouldn't go nowhere.
So you're a Georgia boy.
Yeah. It's different down here,
Yeah,
especially for minorities. This is like the only city where we really prosper in all areas
yeah,
if you're doing the right thing.
yeah, yeah.
So we'll see minorities doing a little bit of this and that everywhere across this city. And it's a pretty big city with the largest airport. So,
Yeah,
busiest airport.
yeah. So like for your business now, any guys that like you say you be training some guys since you've been doing it, have you been getting a lot of calls and questions about HVAC from the younger guys?
Yeah, absolutely. Actually, I'm partnering up with a school, meeting up with one of the directors now to where we're going to create like a pipeline system. Me and some of the other guys that I know, we're going to start bringing these guys out of school maybe one day a week and let them get some, in the field training.
Yeah.
And we get to, come to the school, interview them, see their grades, monitor their performance while they're in labs and things like that, man. We can pick, the cream of the litter
Yeah.
or build guys up, you know what I mean? So that's why I'm putting my focus back in because this industry has given so much to me that I'm going to start giving back, especially to the youth, the guys that's coming in. That's where my main focus is going to be for the next 5 years.
Yeah, definitely got to get back, man. That's one of the reasons why I made why we on this show. You know what I'm saying? That's one of the you know what I'm saying. If anything, I'm going to do, I'm going to network and I'm going to make something happen now. You know what I'm saying? I did the podcast. I was going to do the podcast here. So you know what I'm saying. And that was one of the main reasons why I made the HVAC is Life page. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to make a group to where it's like I can control how I would think that they like. You know what I'm saying? How I would think it should be, you know what I'm saying? Like if you need help, you should be able to have some type of, you know what I'm saying, a lane to where you could be open room for it, you know what I'm saying? So like definitely passing knowledge and stuff like that. That's a game changer, especially if it's someone that's in the same shoes as you or someone that's doing better than you that could reach out to you without, you know what I'm saying, without all the extra to it, you know what I'm saying? So yeah.
Right. Each one teach one.
Yeah. That's very important. Yeah, each one teach one. Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Yeah. 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 And how does it feel? You know, I'm saying have since you've been in the field on your own, you know what I'm saying, you're black man as well, you know, and most important. Has there been any like type of pushback as far as you being a black owner or no?
None that I feel, honestly, I get business from every nationality,
Yeah.
every race. I honestly I don't get any pushback, honestly.
Yeah.
And I deliver my service. I charge fair market price. If I feel like, all money, not good money, of course.
Yeah.
So some people, if I feel like it's too much pulling teeth to do business with you, then I'll just, hey man, that find someone else.
Yeah.
I don't mind doing that. When you first get started, it's gonna be hard for you because you see the opportunity, you're gonna want to make that money.
Yeah.
And after a while, you're gonna start to learn that all money is not good money. So there is some people that I have turned down and that I will turn down, but mostly, man, I haven't. I work with all communities and it's been great.
They don't understand that phrase, all money ain't good money.
And not all money, good money.
Everybody that say they always got a story for that. What's your story about that one? All money ain't good money. What was your first real experience about? Not to say the names and stuff like that. It was just like a all money ain't good money experience.
Man, I can tell you about 15, 20 stories.
Or just tell me one. Just tell me a good one.
Dude, I was working in the building for one of the previous companies.
Yeah.
It was on the weekend. It was one of the high rise buildings downtown Atlanta. Come out the building, take my shirt off. I go to the bar that's across the street to get me a beer before I go home.
Yeah.
As guess one of the guests saw me, whatever, he walks over to the bar. It's like, hey man, I got a problem at my personal house. Can you come check it out? I'm like, okay, cool. I'll make me some more extra money.
Yeah.
So I go check it, drive over to his house, check it out that night, get the part, everything, man. Charge the guy $600. The guy sends his girlfriend for us to put the part in. As I finish putting the part in and go outside, she locks the door on me,
Oh.
calls the police.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
Wow.
And I never got my $600.
You never got paid.
Never got paid.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So all
This
money.
is
Well,
this
but I
this is
got the
this this
way
this
that was
is
the
when you
first story,
yeah.
but I got a lot of worse stories.
Yeah.
So,
Damn, call the cops on you, man. That's crazy.
yeah, because he scammed me.
Yeah.
It's happened, and I had some people I had to threaten to put liens on their houses and things like that to get paid. So now I've changed. That's made me change my pay structure to where I require 50% down if you're paying cash or credit card,
Yeah. Yeah.
and if you're financing, you got to get approved before I touch anything now.
People don't understand it in business though. That's the I think that's the most important part about business that you have that opportunity to say, hey, you experience this situation tomorrow. The process change, you know,
Yeah,
for the next one and the next one. So that doesn't happen again. Some type of barrier that you could put
yeah.
up the next day and prevent that from happening.
If I get any client that's like, "No, we don't pay deposits," I don't do those type of jobs
Yeah.
because I have a reputation. You can look me up everywhere on every page to see what kind of work I do,
Yeah.
but I can't look in your bank account to see if you have my money.
Yeah.
See what I mean?
Yeah. So how was your first don't when you got your license in 2023, did you add your Google prior to that? Like your Google page already up or
No, I did
no?
not.
So you got
No.
the license, then you did all of Google and social media and stuff like that as
Yeah.
far as your
Exactly.
stuff. How did it feel when you got your first 5-star review?
I knew
What
it would take time. I was happy about it. I was happy about it, but I knew it would take. I knew it was like, hey,
well
this is the first
how did you
thing.
feel when you got your first 100 5 stars? Put it
Oh,
like that.
now I said now we cooking.
Yeah.
Because Google recognizes you after 50 reviews.
Yeah.
At that point, they will start putting you on a page to where they can recognize you to where you get visibility for clients to call you.
Yeah.
And once I hit it, my 50, then I hit 100, then now I'm over almost 260.
Yeah.
So with all of those, man, it allows me to pop up at the top of the list for prime opportunities. You got to pay for that, of course.
What's some of the calls that you get and then you ask them, "Have you seen my Google?" And they say, "Yeah," and you get what you get, the smiler.
Well, my wife actually takes the phone call, so
Yeah,
she actually put the referrals in, like where it's come from and all
yeah,
that. So yeah, but every time I see Google, I'm like, all right, cool, money well spent.
yeah, yeah.
It,
You consider
you
that
have to
already.
invest into those things. Those things just don't come.
Yeah, yeah. Those reviews sell for themselves. I done had a few clients who I barely even knew. They just said, "Well, I seen your reviews and I know it's sold."
So
That call 9
have
times out of 10 it's sold, whatever I say it is, they going with it.
same way,
Yeah,
once they again, if I'm going to buy a car, if I'm going to spend $10,000, I'm looking up reviews and I'm looking up the product. If
yeah,
I see everything I like, I'm making the purchase.
yeah. So I see you've been working on your, social media presence.
Yes, you've been saying that.
Yeah, I be watching, man, I be in the cut. I might not comment or you know what I'm saying, but I'm watching all, you know?
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Now that's something I've been working on. It's I think marketing, selling myself is something I've always been able to do.
yeah,
So anytime I got some free time and I'm just playing around and I got something I do for the day or something I have just stored in my phone that I want to share, that's when I go through and I'll put it together,
yeah,
put it out there because people don't know who you are and what you're selling
yeah.
until it's there, until it comes. You don't know if
I've been
McDonald's.
I've been I've been watching. It seems like you got your own little community going on over there.
I'm working on it.
Yeah, you building it up now. You building it up. You keep at it, man. They think
I'm
it'd
working
be it'd
on
be
it.
it'd be a thousands and thousands of villagers,
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Still take a little bit of time, man. Everything take time, man.
Oh
People
yeah.
people don't understand that they think you get into this. They see the money, but it doesn't happen like you imagine, you know what I'm saying? Not unless you got some type of magic wand or some type of investor who don't mind
Errands.
losing money or pumping to you, you know what I'm saying, to speed it up a little bit. But everybody else out here just grinding it out, from
Exactly.
organically. That's that organic flow you're talking. Yeah.
Exactly, and if you don't do it that way, you're not gonna be able to sustain it.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's the best thing in this time and age for owners to build it organically. Like I tell every new owner, don't go quick into debt. You want to be lean, run lean.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man, that old car. What I did, man, I would drive. We had a minivan. When I saw it earlier, I would work 5 to 9 for myself. We had a Town and Chrysler 2005 minivan, and my kids were babies in their strollers and car seats. Then
yeah,
my wife, when I would get off work, I would take my shirt off, put the shirt that my wife made for me, put the kids in the car, take my tools out the truck, put them in the back of my minivan. My wife would drive to the calls. We would do homework in the car. We would do dinner in the car. Babies would sleep in the car on the way back home, probably like 9, 10 o'clock. We'd come out, put the baby straight to bed, take a shower and go to sleep. So I did that for 5 years in a minivan with my family.
yeah. Oh, you grinding, boy. Yeah,
So you got that little beat up car, somebody will give you a chance, but you have to be what you say you are.
yeah.
Be the best
That's
tech that you can be.
that's the best thing I love about this field. It doesn't take a lot to make up some money.
No, no,
All you gotta have is the knowledge and the tools and be able to do the job when they call you. That's it.
exactly. Showing up.
Yeah.
That's 90% of the job is showing up.
Yeah, a lot of guys don't really want to show up or they act like they're too busy
Exactly.
when those clients. What would you say? And I ask everybody this same question. I ask everybody this: the position you are now versus when you got out of jail, got your EPA, got into the field. What would you say to your younger self now if you could talk to your younger self? What would you tell the younger Brandon?
From now to the beginning.
You're going back to the back. You're going from back to the past,
Hmm?
and you,
Get training earlier.
yeah,
Get coaching earlier.
yeah,
Um, that would be the thing that I would say. Get training, get mentorship as early as possible. Because my first few jobs, I didn't have any kind of camaraderie or anybody that was willing to teach me.
yeah,
I ran into one guy. He's actually a real good friend, a good brother to me now. They actually got mad when I got let go of that first job. He showed me how to really braise,
yeah,
because I knew how to braise in school, but braising in the field, he would take his time to teach me.
yeah.
But I would say, man, get training. Everything else I had to learn like hard on my own. So get mentorship, get coaching, get training as early as possible. That would be my recommendation for my younger self.
If you would have got there early, you feel like you would be a lot farther than where you are now?
Well, absolutely.
Yeah,
'Cause if I had somebody to like what I'm offering now is I'm putting my arm around your shoulder and saying, "Hey, this is the da 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 da."
yeah,
I didn't have that, and I
yeah,
didn't get that until maybe 4 or 5 years in, and that's
yeah,
when I ran into Mr. Hodges, and he was just a guy, he's an elderly guy, and was like, "Man, I see your work ethic, I see where you're trying to go." He didn't give me anything,
yeah.
he made me earn it.
He held you accountable.
Exactly, he made
Yeah,
me he did not give it to me, and once he seen I was accountable and everything like that, then he started passing more, and it didn't happen in the first year, it took about 2, maybe 3
yeah,
years.
yeah,
And from there, it just started working out.
yeah, yeah. I learned. Let me see. When I met Mr. Terry, his name Mr. Terry, my mentor. He was military, so it was like it was rough. It was rough, man. I remember when I first asked him, can I get some training with him? So
Uh-huh.
he military. He had tried to test you. He had test you to breaking point.
Huh?
Man, he had me doing whole duck jobs by myself in a crawl space.
Ooh, that back was hurting.
That was when I was like maybe about 20, 21, 22. So I was hungry, you know.
Okay, so you didn't care about it.
I was always hungry. That's why I say, man, hey,
Yeah.
do it y'all way. My way, shit, I can even last at these companies because my first company, all right, my first company is with a small and mom and pops guy,
Mhm.
um, out in Columbia, South Carolina. I got with him and got exposed to HVAC, and he was just got his license. Young fella, just got his license in his early 30s, just got his license. And then my mentor referred me to him, and I ended up working with him, mom and pop. So I'm seeing everything. I'm doing commercial. I mean, I'm doing resident install and service at the same time. So I'm getting exposed to a lot of things. Then, I'm young, I'm still a young man, so I got a little bit learning to do. I'm driving the car, what I'm saying, I'm doing what I want, you know what I'm saying? Not even thinking about the bigger picture of this is his company. I'm in his company's shirt, you know what I'm saying? So we end up splitting apart, and then that's when I finally to a real company. Or was that I think that might be my 3rd time when I really went to a real company. Cause I think my 2nd time, I went to another black guy who was around the corner from where I stay from. So the first time was the black guy, second was the black guy, and then the 3rd no, see, I think the second one was with a black guy, or the second one was with another company. Matter of fact, the first one was with a black guy, and the second was with an official company. And they had their own commercial side. They did like what I'm saying, like USC campus Hancocks. They was doing the buildings for. So they did like apartment complexes and stuff like that for them. They was doing them
Oh,
like
that's dope.
maybe about 200 units like that. And then they had a residential side
Okay.
on that time. But I always knew I was gonna run my own company, man, because the guy
Me
that
too.
my mentor, he was just like, man, he was a black guy. He always telling me about being an entrepreneur and all this.
Yeah.
I'm like, what is an entrepreneur? He used to show me, say, you want to be an entrepreneur? Here you go. Here you go. And he just figure it out. And
Uh-huh.
and the only thing he would tell me when I mess something up, he'll say, are you gonna make it right? And this is how me and your relationship will go. If you're gonna make it right, then we could work with you.
Mhm.
So if I mess something up, he like, Willie, are you gonna make it right?
That's a good way to go
And we've
about it.
been we've been rocking for a long time. So that's if you see it's like and it always and I appreciate that he did that because now it's like when I run in my business, if anything go wrong,
And it will.
I'm 10 toes down to the end
Mhm.
until there's a resolution. And if I can't get a resolution, I'll find somebody else to give me the resolution. But
There you
the
go.
end goal is to solve that client problem.
Exactly.
Yeah. So it taught me a lot of lessons because you got a lot of guys that get into this trade. Of course, a lot of guys make good money, you know what I'm saying, stuff like that. But when things go wrong, it's really how you judge a owner, about his integrity. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
What you gonna do when nobody looking and you need to make it right?
Yeah. I think those one of the best things you could do for a small company because you know you got guys who really don't care about that. It's just number guys and stuff like that. But if you could build a small business, it's a small community for your company, and then you have people you see on the regular, that'll keep you in business for years.
Absolutely.
Have you comfortable for years.
Absolutely.
Pay your family, pay for your mortgage, get your new car, have your new vacation.
Yes, man. I have a 9-year-old and a 10-year-old.
Yeah,
They have never spent a dollar that wasn't HVAC. None of the
yeah,
food, none of the clothes, none of the places, none of the cars, anything they've been in didn't come from HVAC.
yeah. So now the position you are now and where you came from, do you sometimes get flashbacks?
All the
As
time.
yeah,
That's what keep me going. That's what keep me going because if I know how bad it can be.
yeah,
So that's what makes me put one foot in front of the other because it's and just looking at rear view like this,
yeah.
keep driving like this.
I think of that Young Jeezy song. I used to have nothing, but I
Yeah.
got a whole lot of things. I go through.
Exactly. That's how I feel. That like I literally feel like I've actually accomplished the American dream, man. Like I know that dude, I even have my gun rights back. I can vote.
Yeah,
I conceal carry, like all of this stuff, man. Like everything that I thought was impossible. And I
yeah,
found a great way to break that word down with my life, my testimony.
yeah,
The impossible is I'm the possible.
yeah,
I'm the one that's gonna make the impossible possible. And that's my testimony. And that's why I attack this heating and air the way I do, because it changed my life, it saved my life,
yeah.
and now it allows me to give life to others.
That's a good perspective. Same way, the same way. I think that's why me and you bond a lot, man.
Exactly.
I done been through some things, and HVAC really did give me a open lane. I remember what was it? When I finally learned that it could make money. I used to do work, but when I finally did my own on the side, and I remember making my first $1,000. I forgot what I did. I know I made $1,000 because they had about some $100 bills in my hand. So
Yeah.
I took off for the rest. I ain't had nothing else the rest of the day. I took off for the whole day. Went to go get my kids some ice cream. Sat down in the park in the middle of the day,
Yeah.
and it felt odd. It felt so
Yeah.
strange, like a foreign. Because when you
Yeah.
working for the company, it's like this all the time. It's like
Time. Run, 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 get
yeah,
it.
just that Monday
You
through
late, you late,
Fridays.
you late. Hurry.
Yeah, that's it. That's it, the grind, but, the grind does build character, so everybody gotta go through it, yeah.
Yes,
There's
it does.
no if you're watching it, there's no, secret sauce or secret to way to get to where this guy or any other guy that come on this podcast, there's no secret way. Everybody got a different story, but it's all the same at the end goal. Yeah, that's kind of crazy. Well, I got you in. You know what's so crazy? I got you in that other group, and it's just like, man, I'm gonna interview all of them. I'm gonna
Yeah.
interview all of them, man.
And get the
Interview all.
content. Why not? Because
Yeah,
everybody got a different story,
yeah. Everybody got a different story. Yeah.
and then which way it took them, because now I'm at the point where now I want to just duplicate my process that I got going on.
Yeah, that's good that you got your processes down. So I guess that first year was figuring it out. Year
First,
two, year
first,
first. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You never stop figuring it out, man. But I will probably say those years from experience, you just like keep adding it on
yeah.
and
You
taking off
learn
what.
more every year. Every year you're gonna learn something's gonna happen that every year you're gonna learn more.
Yeah,
So to say you got it all, you'll never say you got it all figured out, man.
yeah,
Last year I hit my revenue number, a goal that I set probably about 3 years ago. I finally hit it last year.
yeah,
And that's because I had to get coaching and training.
yeah.
So things change every year.
Yeah. So you feel like that training really put a broader perspective as far as the ultimate how to get to the goal. Because people have goals, and
Yeah,
then it's one thing to have goal, and then it's another thing to how you're going to get to that goal
exactly.
realistically.
Yeah, well, I used to sell systems just based off like what I thought it would sell for.
Yeah.
And I had to learn because I was selling based off emotion versus selling based off the market.
Yeah.
Once I learned how to sell based off the market, I went from selling systems from like maybe $8,000
Yeah.
to like
Yeah.
$13,000. Like automatically giving myself a $5,000 raise on each unit.
Yeah.
And it wasn't that I was selling the same equipment, just overcharging or anything. What it was is I was presenting and educating my client better, and they were making different choices because of it. When I was making those choices for the client by just going to the lowest price, I had to learn that give them options and let them choose. And you can still have the $8,000 option on the table,
Yeah.
but man, come to find out, man, people will choose that mid to high option, man,
Yeah.
more than not.
Yeah.
So I had to really like park that in my brain and present that every time and stick to the process and go from selling systems as cheap as I can to make sure I get the sale to just presenting options, letting the customer decide because I'm the right company. I have the right insurance. I have the right experience. I have the right product. I'm presenting the right things. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
Once I learn those things, hey, it's really pretty much just building closing a deal with your client.
So, as we wrap up this interview, as far as like your growth, is there any time frame that, like, say, within a year or two, maybe that you want to step out the field and get more into the office staff side, or you feel like you'll never leave the field side?
Well, I'm working on that now.
Yeah,
I want to, in the next 3 to 5 years, be completely out of the truck
yeah,
full time, but I want to definitely make sure I train up the right team and have up the right processes.
yeah,
I know that, you can't hire nobody to be like you. You have to be that person. You have to be that leader. And once you hire everybody, you just
yeah,
bring them into that culture. So that's what I'm looking to do for the next 3 to 5 years. Bring in some young guys,
yeah,
teach them more than just about heating and air, teach them about life experiences, all that stuff. You
yeah.
see what I mean? And that way it locks them into, more than just a job.
I think what all small owners should do, because I was going to do it for myself, which I still am. Now that you, because it takes some time to learn the system,
Mm-hmm.
install the system,
Mm-hmm.
repetitive, and then get it down pat and pass it on to the people that's into the business. But still, yet, since you know most of the system, I would tell everybody to write a employee handbook.
Yes.
That's the
Ash.
most. That's the
And
most.
so, Steve, that stand.
Yeah. That way, you hold people accountable that with the expectation for your business.
Exactly.
So everything could fall in line and be smooth. Of course, nothing ever goes like the way you say, but at least you have a foundation.
Right. You
Yeah,
create.
solid. Yeah, solid foundation. Yeah. So you y'all guys, what y'all? Because you're not too far from Charlotte. So what? You'll probably say 1st of April when it start to really like flood. April,
Yeah,
Mayish. Yeah,
that's why I'm doing a lot of, pushing a lot of stuff out there is because once April 1st hit, man, we're rolling. So yeah, once it
yeah.
April 1st, all the way to probably about September 1st, we're rolling.
So you say you've been heavy on the maintenance because that's the guy, one of the other guys that's on the page. He been stressing that just to get heavy as far as your maintenance, especially for residential guys keeping track of your maintenance. The only thing I will probably say for that is just having the ability to keep the clients all intact, who they are, and then as far as your visits.
Well, you've taught me something with that. You actually the one that taught me about House Call Pro.
Yeah,
And with House Call Pro, there is a service plan option in there to where you can keep up with, you create any kind of service plan, whether it's monthly recurring, quarterly recurring, yearly,
yeah,
by and you can build the clients accordingly and it keeps up with who's on the maintenance plan, how much revenue is coming in, and then also into scheduling as well.
yeah.
So that's a great feature in House Call Pro that I learned from watching you.
Yeah. So with your so basically your one of your guys is a full-time maintenance tech, right?
He's a full-time service guy, install. He's like got about 15 years experience, so he
Yeah.
knows how to do it all. So he's like my lead technician, a lead guy, and he also does training too.
So what would you probably say if the next probably guy that you get, a young guy, probably be like a maintenance tech that you'll throw into that in that
Exactly.
in that position.
Bring exactly. We bring him in and start training him on how to just do maintenances. No service until the winter time. So come in, learn maintenance. If work on a system that's already working, if you can keep it working,
Yeah.
Then we'll start
I
teaching you on how to
I
get
think since I've been doing it, getting heavy as far as like intensive maintenance, I do it real intensive. Like
yes,
when I come in the house, I want to know what size, all the filter size, where they located,
everything.
where the equipment at, what's the dog name, when your birthday.
Everything.
Yeah,
You notate all of that stuff
yeah,
because that's what's gonna help you. Because when you call back, "Hey, Miss Sims, remember I was at your house when your son had that
yeah,
birthday party, we came and fixed that system? How's that system do?" I actually just did that the other day.
yeah,
I had a lady who system went out, they had a birthday party, it was last year. She called me, she had another company, but we were the ones that could get to it fast enough.
yeah,
Man, I called her, "Hey, remember that? We're going back to doing maintenance out there, next Monday."
yeah. So with like, cause where I was headed to, like, I'd be so thorough with it. Usually I just check everything, offering new copper insulation,
Yeah.
media filters, air
Uh-huh.
scrubbers, anything I could find, or like say for like right now. So I don't carry it on. I send people to like my energy company. They offer discount Wi-Fi thermostats. I say, hey, you on the maintenance plan, go ahead and order it. Like if they don't have, like say if they just got a digital thermostat, so, hey, just go ahead and grab it. I do it either on this maintenance or I catch you on the next maintenance, just to put something in that pipeline to because we most of the guys we don't really make money off those maintenance. It's what is the ability for when it breaks down, the
Yes.
ability for me just to have an opportunity to come offer you something that I believe in. You know what I'm saying? As far because clients don't know that. I use that for opportunity to educate clients as well while I'm in the house because people don't know the difference between HVAC equipment, ductwork, and IAQ. They think it's just one thing that is just the equipment. Like when I had it was actually yesterday when I was doing I think it was day before yesterday. No, it was yesterday. I was on a maintenance call doing the cleaning, talking to the client. He's sitting on the upstairs, but I had like a little closet right there, and he's on a little couch in the hallway.
Uh-huh.
I pull out the blower motor. Hey, you see this? Yeah, it's kind of dusty in there. Yeah, you might need some IAQ. He said, what is that? I say, indoor air quality problem. You got your HVAC system. I'm showing you. You got the HVAC system. You got the ductwork right here. In between there, you say if you got someone who smokes cigarettes and it's going, you know what I'm saying? Just to took the time to
Right.
educate them. You know what I'm saying? So, because, I think that's the best thing as far as the maintenance to capitalize it. If you can
Yeah,
have someone to come there, educate the client, and
that's
just
it.
let them know and just be friendly and do a cleaning and offer them something, give you your shot. Yeah. And that's how you really build it as far as your residential or
Absolutely.
organically. That's the best way to build it organically. COD organically. You know what I'm talking about? COD organically. You know what I'm saying? We
Exactly.
don't do net 30s over here. So
No, sir.
yeah. But man, I appreciate you coming on the show, man. If since you got the show now, being on the show, is there anything you want to say to people that's maybe watching this video or someone from your city? Because I do have people who be watching, they never know the clients might see it, or what I'm saying. What you got to say about yourself and before you get off? What you got to say to anybody that's watching that may want to call you or that's in that area, you know what I'm saying? They want to do business with you.
Well, man, look us up, bmays heating and air .com. You can check us out on Google. We're A+ rated with the BBB. We won a next door neighborhood phase in Lawrenceville for Gwinnett County in 2025, 2023, and 2022. Man, we do awesome work. We do everything from new construction, basement remodels, maintenance, service, warranty, anything and everything when it comes to HVAC and residential. Give us a call. Let us know. We do manual J's, duct load calculations, all that good stuff, and we never miss on sizing the system the right way. So, if you want to be comfortable, have good clean air quality, all that good stuff, give me a call. And then for the new guys in the industry, it will be hard your first few years, man, but grind it out, man, and always look for opportunities to be able to use your talents or to gain experience, especially in tasks that other people don't want. There'll be an easy way for you to find a niche and build your skills. And that's
So
it.
that's what's up, man. And it's just like that, man. I appreciate you, man. Yeah, you good with me, man. Yeah, you good
Thank
with
you,
me,
bro.
man. We gotta meet
I
up.
appreciate everything.
We gotta meet up soon, man. For real.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Yeah.
I'll actually be in Charlotte next weekend, man. So let's sit down. I'll show you one of the new construction houses I'm working on up there.
Okay.
It's a lake house. It's all the way out in Albemarle, man. So let's catch up and get a beer.
Okay, man. Yeah, I holler at you, man. You know I got your number. I'll reach out to you, man. But I appreciate you having you on the show, man. If you're watching this, make sure you hit that like, share, and subscribe button. If you're Atlanta, please call my boy, man.
Yes, sir.
All right, man. Appreciate you, dog.
Take care, brother. Deuces.
All right.